Hello and welcome back to Liz's Kitchen. Today we are going to prepare a very nice, sweet, delicious French apple pie. You hear me right? This is a French apple pie. So with that said, this is exactly what it's going to look like once we are done preparing it. But with that, we are going to jump right into this and let's start mixing. All right. All right. So let's start first. We are going to start by showing you what we are using. First of all, this right here is a tradition cake mix. This is a yellow cake mix that I'm using. And yeah, so when you look in the back, of course, they're asking for water. And you can follow the instruction, whatever the cup of oil and 3 eggs. So that's what I'm going to use. But to do the apple pies, we are going to add extra stuff in it. And to start with. All right, so first we'll put the flour. I got right here the mix, and it's a yellow cake mix that I'm going to pour in there. All right, you put the yellow cake mix in there. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in the oil and the water. So, all right, so we do have a half a cup of oil. Let's half the oil. Okay, and we have 1 cup of water that we poured in there, and of course 3 eggs. All right, I'm gonna use 3 eggs. So, 1, 2, and we got 3 eggs in there. All right, we're going to mix the eggs up. I'm also going to add cinnamon. So we are adding just a teaspoon of cinnamon in there. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And also we're going to add in a teaspoon of nutmeg. All right. So we got a teaspoon of nutmeg that we adding in. Okay, so we have the teaspoon of nutmeg and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, and we'll mix that up. Mix that. Okay, I'm not going to put any sugar into this because we are using a cake mix. It's already sugar in there. If you need to add more, you can go ahead and add more, but I'm not adding any more sugar anymore. Okay, so as you can see, right. Make sure that we get all the cinnamon and the nutmeg. We're gonna make sure it's all stirred up in here. And make sure it's all mixed in well. Okay, so we have mixed this. I'm going to put this on the side. All right, and now we're going to finish cutting up our apples. So I started cutting up the apples. As you can see, the chunks, they're very small. And of course, I sliced them up first into big pieces, and just gotta cut them up little bit. So this is the size you really want it to look like, a small one. If you want big chunks, you can do big chunks, but so you don't want to use a processor. You might get it too big or too small, but that might be your choice. But the best way to have your chunks when you're eating it is to cut them up. I did use like 5 apples on this recipe. So all you need is 5 apples because you want to mix some and you want to put some on the top. Okay, here we go. Cut up, and now we are going to get the mix and add the apple in the mix. So like I said, it's 5 apples, so you go ahead and put in most of the apples. And this time I'm not going to be using this to mix. I'm just going to use a spoon. All right, and then we're gonna mix the apple in there. As you can see, it's mostly apple in there, and can't go wrong with this recipe. Alright, so now this is how it's looking right now. All mixed in. All right, now we're gonna go ahead. See a little cinnamon. So So now we can go ahead and pull this. Next, we're gonna pull that into. You can get a pie pan, but I'm going to use of course I'm going to use a cake pan. Okay, and I've already buttered that up, as you can see. Make sure you put enough butter in your pan, and we're going to put that in there. So there we go. Roasted the apple. Okay, so there you go. We have the apple all mixed up here. Okay, and we are going to add more apples on the top. Yeah, more apple. So you take the other apples that you already cut up and put it on the top. You can see it's all covered with apple on the top. Yep, that's how you want it to look. All the apple pie, and you can see all the apple on the top. So next, we're gonna add. I'm going to add in some crystal, Florida crystal sugar. Sugar on the top. Okay, you can use brown sugar, but this is my choice, and I think you would like this sugar better because it's make the apple look real good on the top, and that's why I choose to use that sugar. And of course, you want to put enough on that. You want to, when it's finished, you have the right amount of sugar on that. All right, so we put that on there, and now we're gonna put, the oven is already heated up. I have the oven to 350, and we're gonna put it in there for 40 minutes. All right, so with that said, put this in the oven, and after 40 minutes we are going to be back, and yep, you will see our end result like I already showed you to the beginning, but this is how you make it. So with that said, I'm putting it in the oven, and we'll see you back in 40 minutes. All right, while we are waiting, I appreciate if you can go on my channel, you can subscribe for me, give me likes. I appreciate you watching, and I want to say thank you, and we will see you back in 40 minutes. All right, guys, so we are back. This is our final project. The apple pie is ready. Just take a look at it. It's golden brown on the outside. I did put a little bit of powdered sugar on top to make it look a little fancy. So you can do that too if you want, but yes, powdered sugar sprinkle on top. Now, let's take a look. Oh, see how soft that is? Very soft. And it's all apple pie. Mostly apples. So we're going to cut. And we're going to show the inside. What it look like. And, of course, I'm going to have me a piece of this pie. Ooh, can't wait. Yeah, just look at it. All right, let me take a piece out, and there's apple all over this. Just take a look at this, all apple. Okay. Okay. There we go. You guys see apples. All inside this is apple. So, hope you try this at home, and don't forget to subscribe to this video. Give me thumbs up, likes, and let me know how you enjoy this pie. And I will see you on my next video. Thanks for watching.